What bird can lift the most weight? Welcome to our anterior chain, or our front of the body workout for day 2. You're going to need a foam roller, a resistance band, and at least 3 sets of weights, a light, medium, and heavy. We're going to start our active warm-up out with some self-myofascial rolling of the chest, starting with your right pec. You're going to wedge that foam roller right where your arm connects to your torso, and then try to roll out all the way from your chest or pec area all the way down your bicep to your elbow, and see if you can find any places where there's a special amount of tension or density or a change in the texture of the muscle. You got about 20 more seconds to explore this right pec and arm area, and then you're going to pick one spot in particular to hold it on. Picking one spot in particular, go ahead and apply pressure. Be sure that by applying pressure, you're not adding tension anywhere else. So you want to be sure that your shoulders aren't creeping up by your ears, that you're not gritting your teeth. Great opportunity to really reflect on your posture, even laying on your belly. You want to be sure that those hips are staying in neutral. You're keeping that spine elongating, and those breaths really deep as you apply pressure to one spot in particular. In about 10 more seconds, you're going to keep holding it on that same spot and see if you can find some movement somewhere around that area while you hold it on that tender spot, and see if you can change the sensation you feel. Good. This movement can be at your shoulder, at your elbow, or even at your neck. And see if you can kind of feel yourself almost working out that spot. If you can find a range of motion that feels like it's kind of stretching or bringing some circulation or additional length to the knot that you're holding it on. You're going to keep playing with movement on this right pec for about 15 more seconds. Moving on over to the left pec, we're back to the start, moving around, really investigating, drawing a map of where you might have any tender areas. About 30 more seconds, sticking with that deep breath. Ten more seconds, and you're going to identify one spot that you want to hold some pressure on. Holding it on one spot in particular. Again, being sure your shoulders are staying down away from your ears. Your jaw and neck are nice and relaxed, and your breath is still deep. In about 10 more seconds, we're going to add some movement, maybe at the elbow, the shoulder, or at the neck, to try to keep holding pressure on that one spot and finding some movement that changes the sensation or maybe even helps smooth it out. Thirty more seconds of adding a stretch to your rolling. About 10 more seconds, and then you're going to be laying on your back on your foam roller, getting ready to stretch out those areas that we just rolled. Laying on your back, we're going to move into some snow angels, keeping that chest open. Now you can reach your arms up and down, feeling like your wrists are going to reach for the ground. You can also bend at your elbows. You can do some twist-in motions. Really trying to elongate that chest. Feeling like you're doing the opposite of a forward motion sitting at a desk or driving. 25 more seconds to keep elongating your chest. Next, you're going to grab your band. We're going to work on activating those back muscles. Cross that band across your feet and then cross it in your hands. Nice deep breath in. As you exhale, relax your arms and try to engage all of the muscles around your shoulder blades. Feel those muscles behind your shoulder blades and around them. Pull back and together, feeling like you're going to squeeze a penny right between your shoulder blades. If you feel like you need additional resistance on the band, you don't have to hold on to the handles. You can actually hold on to the band itself to give yourself a little more resistance. About 10 more seconds, and then we're going to incorporate some glute activation as well. Standing all the way up. You're going to stack those bowls, elongate your spine, relax your quads, and then try to activate your glutes, squeezing them as tight as you can and holding them as you count to yourself for about 10 seconds. When you get to 10, slowly release and then repeat, squeezing again. About 30 more seconds of glute activating, of glute squeezing, then we'll move into our active warm-up. Next, we're going to start with our standing psoas stretch. You can also get your foam roller and band put away one at a time. Going to start standing up nice and tall. Step forward with one leg, and you're going to stretch out the back leg and the whole back side of your body. So if you're stepping forward with that right leg, left leg is going to be stretching back, and you're going to reach over to the right side of your body to hopefully get a stretch from your underarm all the way through your hip. This is another one that you want to be sure that your neck doesn't get bunched up. You want to keep a nice long giraffe neck, keeping that spine really fully elongated as you continue through this stretch. In about 20 more seconds, we're going to stand nice and wide for our standing adductor stretch. Standing nice and wide, trying to keep your rib cage right over your hips. You're going to travel from right and left, letting your inner thigh drop towards the ground to get a nice stretch in those adductor muscles and those muscles in your inner thighs. You can see if you can time your breath to inhale as you come to the center and exhale as you lean from one side to the other. About 30 more seconds, and we're going to drop down on all fours for our child's pose reach. Final 10 seconds. Dropping on down to all fours. Take a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, walk your feet on over to the left and let your hips sit back gently to the right. Really getting a nice stretch all the way down one side of your body and the other. This is like taking a cat-cow into some motion, but feel free to add some arching and rounding in the middle here if that feels good on your spine. Pay attention to which areas feel like you get the best stretch. You might need to reach a little farther to one side or a little more to the center. But see if you can customize this move to specifically where you're holding on to any tension, and use it along with your nice deep exhales to help stretch out and relieve any of those tight spots. In about 10 more seconds, we're going to stand all the way up and get in a sumo squat position with our knees and toes turned out away from each other, so we can take 10 seconds to relax onto the back. Theme this month is confidence. We're going to be squatting down all the way onto your back in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Go ahead and let it all go on 1. Focusing on taking some of your deepest breaths of the day. As you breathe in through your nose, fully inflating, getting as much air in as you can. As you breathe out through your mouth, allowing yourself the time and space to get as much air as you can all the way out. Confidence is our theme this month. The feeling or belief that one can rely on someone or something. A firm trust. 20 more seconds of this nice, efficient, deep, 360-degree breath. Moving on to our core activation, we're going to start on all fours. Hips and shoulders are going to stay in line, and you're going to feel like you've got some headlights on the fronts of your knees, and you want to shine those headlights right and left. Keep your shoulders and neck relatively neutral into the center, and allow those knees to move via your low ab muscles. Feel that deep core rotating you from one side to the other. About 30 more seconds, and then you're going to stand all the way up with a heavy or medium dumbbell. Just one. Final 10 seconds. Standing all the way up, relaxing those shoulders down away from your ears. Allow your core to hold yourself stable with that weight up overhead as you use your deep core muscles, that low belly, to lift one leg and then the other. Try to shift your weight minimally, keeping those hips relatively even, and feel like you're pulling with your abs to pull your legs straight up. Switching arms. "15 seconds left and we'll be seated. Still keeping that one dumbbell that you want to press up overhead. Sitting all the way on your bottom with your legs straight forward, nice deep breath in. As you exhale, brace your core and push that weight over your head. Grab it with your other arm and bring it back down. Imagine that you're drawing a triangle at your stomach, using each inch of that core muscle to push yourself up that triangle as you push up, and then all the way back down and across to start over. 30 seconds left, and we're going to be doing a dumbbell twist, still holding on to that one dumbbell. Final 10 seconds. Sitting up nice and tall. Inhaling to the center, exhaling as you rotate. Trying to get your eyes and shoulders facing all the way right and all the way left. 40 seconds left, and we'll go ahead and get started on circuit 1 with our 3-1-3-1 push-ups. Final 10 seconds. One, we're going to start in a push-up position. We've got 3 slow seconds down. Hold it for a full second. 3 slow seconds up. Hold it for a full second at the top. If you're ready to make this a little more challenging for yourself, you can start by being on your toes, and you can also stay on your toes for just one direction. So maybe you start on your toes and drop down for 3 seconds, and then drop to your knees and use your knees to help yourself back up for that 3 seconds back up. We got 30 seconds left. Final 15 seconds. We're going to be doing an L raise next. This is going to be with the lightest weights that you got. Standing all the way up with those light weights. We're going to be lifting up for 3 slow seconds, holding it for 1 second at the top, 3 slow seconds down, and then you're going to switch which arm goes forward and which arm goes to the side. So each rep, rotate which arm is forward and which arm goes to the side. Halfway mark, 30 seconds left. Being sure that you're alternating from one side to the other. One arm out. We're going to be doing a pulse squat next. Grab the heaviest weights you've got. We're going to take 1 second to get into our squat position. Pulse in that squat for 3 slow seconds, and then 1 second all the way back up. Using the heaviest weights you are comfortable with. 1 second down, 3 second pulse, 1 second up. "30 seconds left. Being sure you're keeping the chest lifted and all your joints facing the same way. Feel your tailbone lead the way. Final 10 seconds. Moving right on to round 2, we're back a little more challenging for yourself. You can start by being on your toes, and you can also stay on your toes for just one direction. So maybe you start on your toes and drop down for 3 seconds, and then drop to your knees and use your knees to help yourself back up for that 3 seconds back up. We got 30 seconds left. Final 15 seconds. We're going to be doing an L raise next. This is going to be with the lightest weights that you got. Standing all the way up with those light weights, we're going to be lifting up for 3 slow seconds, holding it for 1 second at the top, 3 slow seconds down, and then you're going to switch which arm goes forward and which arm goes to the side. So each rep, rotate which arm is forward and which arm goes to the side. Halfway mark, 30 seconds left. Being sure that you're alternating from one side to the other. One arm out. We're going to be doing a pulse squat next. Grab the heaviest weights you've got. We're going to take 1 second to get into our squat position. Pulse in that squat for 3 slow seconds, and then 1 second all the way back up. Using the heaviest weights you are comfortable with. 1 second down, 3 second pulse, 1 second up. "30 seconds left. Being sure you're keeping the chest lifted and all your joints facing the same way. Feel your tailbone lead the way. Final 10 seconds, then we're going to take a quick water break and get right back to our crossbody bicep curl using your medium weights. Very nice job. Take a quick water break. Definitely want to be sure that you are staying hydrated. When you finish with your water break, feel free to drop down into a plank position on your elbows and toes. Get a little extra plank time here while you wait for our next circuit to start. We got about 20 more seconds, and then you're going to need your medium weights, standing all the way up for our crossbody curl. Circuit 2, we've got a crossbody curl. Going to be pulling across the body, taking 3 slow seconds to reach that weight from the right hand all the way to the left shoulder, and then the left hand taking 3 full seconds to get all the way over to that right shoulder. Being sure to hold it for 1 full second at the top, and then control it still nice and slow on the way down too. We've got that 3-second deceleration of the muscle. 30 seconds left, and then you're going to be using your heavy weights on your back for your straight press. Last 10 seconds. On your back, heavy weights. So instead of your elbows being out away from your body, you're going to tuck them in. Palms are facing each other. Pelvis is tilted, so your back is reaching for the ground. And as you exhale, you're going to take 3 seconds to push up. Hold it for 1 second at the top. 3 seconds to come back down. Being sure to check in with that belly button. Don't let it get raised up off the ground. Instead, we're using that core to stay braced and engaged, using those pecs to push the weight up nice and slow and to control it back down. 20 seconds left, and we're going to be on to our kneeling step up. If you feel ready to add some weight here, you can add some weight to these. Medium or heavy weight, we're going to be alternating legs. Front leg is doing all the work, the glute, the hamstring, and the quad. And we're really using the back leg for just a little bit of balance. Reaching on over from one side to the other. Controlling up. Pausing for that full second at the top. Give yourself that second to balance. And then control back down. Twenty more seconds. See if you can time it so you exhale as you stand. Being sure to alternate legs and to maintain that good alignment, that strong posture through the whole move. We're all the way back to the start already. Round 2, crossbody curl using that medium weight. Pulling across the body, one side and then the other. Maybe taking a second or two to reflect on what the strongest bird could be. Really actively exhaling and engaging that bicep muscle as you control the weight across your body and control it back down. 20 seconds left and we'll be on our back for our straight press. On your back with your heavy weights, belly button engaged towards the ground, lungs filling with air. Exhale as you control up. Hold it for 1 second at the top. Control it back down. 40 more seconds and we'll be kneeling for our kneeling step up. Thirty more seconds. Nice and slow, control that heavy weight. Five more seconds. Starting in our kneeling position, we're going to push on up to balance and control on back. "40 seconds left and we'll be headed into our cardio circuit next. Final 20 seconds. Take your time, activate those muscles, use that balance. 10 seconds. Great job. Starting off with forward, front, and back skips. We've got power skips, traveling forward, standing up nice and tall, activating that posterior chain, all the muscles in the back of your body to pull yourself backwards. We've got 40 more seconds. See if you can get your knee a little higher, land a little softer, catch a little more air, get that calf a little farther up. 30 seconds left, and then we're going to be dropping right down into a mountain climber. 5 seconds to mountain climbers. Dropping on down, palms and toes. Trying to keep weight in the front and the back leg. Hop and switch. See if you can actively take some of the pressure off of your palms by using that core to float yourself up. Just softly landing on those toes. Concentrating on getting that breath nice and deep. 30 seconds of mountain climbers left, and then we're going to do side hops. Ten seconds left. Finish real strong. Side hops. Being sure that your mat is clear. Hopping from one side to the next. Real soft on that landing. Can also hop with one foot at a time if that feels better on your back. Trying to land with those knees nice and bent. 40 seconds left. Keep hopping. Just 10 seconds left. You got this. We've got traveling jumping jacks left next. Be sure you clear yourself some space. Again, being sure that you're maintaining your good posture. Feeling your core control you forward. Feeling all the muscles in the back of your body pull you back. Once you've got the coordination down, see if you can pick the pace up. 30 seconds left. Ten more seconds. Great job. We've got double skips. 2 feet hopping together, 2 feet hopping nice and wide. Seeing if we can challenge those inner and outer thigh muscles and improve our bone density by adding these little gentle hops. Also getting some nice calf and ankle movement here. Getting some good circulation. 30 seconds left. Find that rhythm. About 10 more seconds. Moving on to round 2, forward and back power skips. Got power skips, traveling forward, standing up nice and tall, activating that posterior chain, all the muscles in the back of your body to pull yourself backwards. We've got 40 more seconds. See if you can get your knee a little higher, land a little softer, catch a little more air, get that calf a little farther up. 30 seconds left, and then we're going to be dropping right down into a mountain climber. 5 seconds to mountain climbers. Dropping on down, palms and toes. Trying to keep weight in the front and the back leg. Hop and switch. See if you can actively take some of the pressure off of your palms by using that core to float yourself up. Just softly landing on those toes. Concentrating on getting that breath nice and deep. 30 seconds of mountain climbers left, and then we're going to do side hops. Ten seconds left. Finish real strong. Side hops. Being sure that your mat is clear. Hopping from one side to the next. Real soft on that landing. You can also hop with one foot at a time if that feels better on your back. Trying to land with those knees nice and bent. 40 seconds left. Keep hopping. Just 10 seconds left. You got this. We've got traveling jumping jacks left next. Be sure you clear yourself some space. Again, being sure that you're maintaining your good posture. Feeling your core control you forward. Feeling all the muscles in the back of your body pull you back. Once you've got the coordination down, see if you can pick the pace up. 30 seconds left. Ten more seconds. Great job. We've got double skips. 2 feet hopping together, 2 feet hopping nice and wide. Seeing if we can challenge those inner and outer thigh muscles and improve our bone density by adding these little gentle hops. Also getting some nice calf and ankle movement here. Getting some good circulation. 30 seconds left. Find that rhythm. About 10 more seconds. One more quick water break. Have you figured out which bird is the strongest yet? After you finish your water break, feel free to drop on down to a plank position on your elbows and toes while you wait for last chance abs. We've got just 20 seconds left, and then we're going to be doing a bear twist. Remember, you need to keep at least one weight for this ab circuit. 10 more seconds. Moving right along to last chance abs. We're going to start in a bear pose on your palms and toes. Knees are just slightly up off the ground. Letting those knees point one way and then the other, trying to keep your shoulders and neck relatively neutral. Feeling the rotation really originate at your low belly, seeing if you can use the muscles right under your belly button and behind it to shift your torso from one direction to the other. We've got about 30 seconds left of this bear twist, and then we're going to be doing our standing dumbbell march next. Standing dumbbell march. Gonna have one arm straight up over your head, other arm straight out to the side. Trying to keep your hips relatively even as you brace your core and balance from one leg to the other. Feeling how your core really is engaged in these stabilization movements that have your body standing upright. About 20 seconds and we'll switch arms. Other arm. Got 30 more seconds here. Seeing if you can time it so you exhale as you lift your leg. In about 15 seconds, you're going to be seated all the way on your bottom, legs straight out, pushing that weight up and over your head. Nice deep breath in. As you exhale, push that weight up. Grab it with the other arm, control it back down. Still kind of visualizing that triangle shape in your stomach, using the oblique muscles on one side of your body to push the weight up, and then the oblique muscles on the other side of the body to control it back down before repeating to the other side. 30 more seconds on this one, and then we're going to be doing a dumbbell twist, still holding on to that dumbbell and seated on your bottom. You'll be twisting from one side to the other. Final 10 seconds. Twisting at the torso from one side to the other. See if you can exhale as you rotate away from your body. Inhale as you pull yourself back. Keeping those shoulders relaxed down and away from your ears. Activating that core with each twist. Last movement in our last chance abs. And then we'll be cooling down with our frog stretch. Fifteen seconds left. Great job. Flipping on over to all fours. We're working on our cool down now. In that frog stretch, first you want to be feeling like the insides of your thighs or the insides of your knees are reaching for the ground, but still keeping your pelvis in neutral and your core nice and stable in the center. Can also kick one leg out to the side and stretch one leg at a time if that feels better for you. We've got 30 more seconds in this frog stretch, and then we're going to pull our knees together for a child's pose reach. Final 10 seconds. Pulling those knees together, go ahead and reach 2 arms over to the left side of your mat. Feel the right side of your body get a nice stretch all the way from your wrist down to your hip. You can kind of adjust yourself here. See if you want to make your legs a little wider or a little more narrow. If you need to stretch your arms a little more to the left or maybe a little more to the center. Find a nice range of motion that gives you a good stretch. About 10 more seconds and we'll switch sides. Switching on over to the other side. Already thinking about those nice deep breaths. Reflecting back on the workout and thinking about which exercise was your favorite today. Maybe the one that felt the best in your body or the one that you felt was most challenging for you. You can also feel free to share that exercise with the room. Flipping over on your back next for a single leg spinal twist. We're going to start by taking that left arm, grabbing onto that right knee, keeping that concept of your bowls being stacked in mind as you pull your leg over and across your body. You get a nice stretch in that glute and low back area. About 20 more seconds and we'll switch sides. It's also a great opportunity to think about the habit for the week that you chose for yourself on Tuesday. You can share that with the room as well. Other side. About 20 more seconds, and then we'll make our way to our mindful moment. And finally, making your way to one more real comfortable spot that you can settle into. Giving yourself a few more nice deep breaths, allowing each and every muscle to just sink into the ground as you fully inflate and deflate on your breathing. Allowing your mind to either gently stay here with your breath or maybe gently wander off to a real peaceful scene. And finally, using your next few breaths to gently bring yourself back. Your success will be determined by your own confidence and fortitude. The answer to today's riddle is the crane is the strongest bird.